Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Social Primate Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in again. This is the second episode tonight. For those of you tuning in, otherwise, just ignore what I said. But today, my guest is Humbertone from Humberto Presents. He's a radio host, producer, and an artist. What's up, man? How you been?
Really good, man. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. I came across your Instagram probably like a few months ago, and I saw that you had one of our, actually the last guest I had in here right now, Ana Oreña, Viva Padilla.
Yeah.
She was
Viva
in
Padilla.
here. You had the chance to talk with her, and you guys have known each other.
Yeah.
So I think that's how me and our profiles came across.
Right.
And I came up.
Interesting. Yeah. Thank you so much. I've known her for a long time, and it's funny because I don't really remember, or she doesn't remember where we met, but she's been to the first time I met her, she was at my show. Like, she showed up to my show because I used to do a radio show that was for a station that was a pioneer. I'll talk a little bit about them. A pioneer in new media in Los Angeles, because back then the internet was still young. It was 1999. There was going to be the Democratic convention in Seattle. That was, how they choose a city every year. So I say that because, look out, because I just want to say that there's a lot of, and thank that there's a lot of people in this way of communicating that are keeping us aware. Especially, unfortunately, sometimes it's when there's war or famine or atrocities that what's going on the border,
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
First of all, it's getting out of hand. Definitely, I think it's out of control, and I think nobody's doing anything about it. People are just talking right now, And it's really unfortunate.
That's why I want to mention people on Instagram, that have a true network like you guys, and also that are doing a lot of work with hashtags. There's hashtag chinga la migra, literally one word, chinga la migra. I think it's like a very powerful hashtag for these times. It's very vital, and literally it means fuck ice, so we'll talk a little bit about what that means.
Yeah.
I like the the fact that there are people unifying la raza, whatever that means to you, or people, how do you feel about that?
No, that fuck la migra, that's chinga la migra. You
Chinga
said?
la migra.
I think it's fun.
Fuck ice, and also the more formal hashtag is abolish ice.
Abolish
which
ice.
is
Yeah,
more,
that's like the respectable, not vulgar way of saying fuck ice.
yeah.
Yeah. So before we get into that real quick, I wanted to just give a little bit of background about your show. Like, what is your show about?
Okay, well, my show, every show is different, you know. Like these last 2 years, I've been focusing a lot on local underground bands from Boyle Heights, from East LA, from Sela, Shout outs to Ruby Clouds and other artists from the vicinity. Because you guys we're in Bell, and then there's Sela. Tell me all the different. There's Maywood.
Yeah, Maywood,
Cudahy,
Bell Gardens. I would say Southgate,
Huntington Park.
Huntington Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's considered Sela, like Southeast LA.
Vernon.
Yeah, Vernon.
Maywood. I passed by Maywood, and there's like a park along the river, right? Also
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
run. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was built like a few years ago. Maywood has its faults.
Yeah.
I don't know how you keep up, but they have a bunch
I
of...
don't see them as faults. I see, like, for example, getting here, I'm in Boyle Heights. We're literally next door neighbors, relatively speaking. And then at night, there's nobody here. And, because the machine brought me, the GPS brought me through places that I needed to see, and how quiet it is after the working day is done,
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's 'cause, for sure, Commerce, Vernon, those are all just working cities. Yeah. And everybody just comes from this general area.
And you know what? I like a lot of the work that one of our DJs is doing. And he lives in Sela, and he promotes what's happening over here. He's with Radio Espacio.
Okay, yeah.
Persistent. I don't know if you know him.
Oh, yeah, Persistent Sound.
Yeah.
Gary Alvarez.
Yes, big shout outs to him, and congrats. He just got married, and with lovely wife on the cliffs of Palos Verdes.
Nice.
He had a photograph. We should see it. Big shout outs to you, my man. All right, go ahead.
That's
take your
cool, man.
show.
Yeah, so I mean,
Bring us back.
yeah, so you were saying about like Sela and stuff. It's an area that a lot of people haven't really thought of as a hub for music or arts or or anything that is creative. Because of the relationships we have with Vernon and Commerce that are more industrial.
Yes.
They're more working class per se,
The
immigrants.
the literal map of the city, and also the way it's also divided, with commerce and freeways, but a lot of also recent injustices. We have to talk about that. They had a lot of scandals. I don't want to get too political though, with Maywood and with Bell, with
Even Cudahy had it.
all the whole Sela almost.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll talk about that. I wish just a rapper could rap that with seller, or sell out. No, but I mean,
everybody was a sellout at that point. Yeah, because I think.
Dude, but Bell, let's ring the bell on Bell a little bit. What really went down? I heard it was like a big money thing.
Yeah,
big greed.
I don't remember the exact details, but I know for sure. I think the city and the mayor were kind of involved with some, money laundering.
Yeah.
And
then in Maywood, the cops had been, for years, dissing the paisas and, having like a racket with the police, about the license or with the tow trucks. Something about how if you didn't have a license.
Yeah.
And you were not legal.
They'll take your car away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they had a racket in Maywood, So I don't want to talk too much politics. I'm from Boyle Heights. I'm an artist. I'm mostly neutral, but I think that it's crucial for us to unite and help the people,
Yeah, yes, right, exactly. Find a way to
link everybody
together. Yeah, because like you said, the separations with the freeway, everybody stands on their own.
Yeah.
But we're technically part of the same.
Right.
Same area.
Same area, and also there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of gentrification. There's the Sears building development.
Yeah.
Let me get some water.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's mine.
Yeah, that's yours.
Let me take a gulp. I talked to somebody that's working on some kind of project to unify the whole corridor of Soto all the way to Olympic, all the way to Boyle Heights, and then this will be connected to Huntington Park and the whole Sela, and different networks. It already is, if you think about it,
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think, if you look at it in a map and you zoom out and you see it from above, you first see... Yeah, you first see the divisions between them. But, I think I heard of some plans.
You see the flow. There's plans for the future, We could only hope for a betterment in general of society. I'm very optimistic about that, and I just want to let people know in Sela, I'm down for anything. I'm in solidarity with you all. All right.
Nice. Yeah, right. It's nice to hear because you need that support. I think you mentioned something about gentrification and in these type of areas it's going to become gentrified at some point.
Right.
Boyle Heights is one of those communities that have slowly been gentrified, hasn't it?
There's a battle. There's an ongoing battle in many levels. I don't want to get too into it right now. Because I rather try to make the best of our situation, especially now that we're communicating more like this. In this format. How do you see the future of this? I mean, but we gotta realize that they're owned by Instagram is owned in. I don't know who owns YouTube, but each one is owned by a certain group. They're all. But see, you're doing the right thing. You're producing your own thing, your own content.
I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't say it's hard, but I think like you said, you don't have to answer to anybody specifically, so you can kind of do what you think and bring what you think is important.
Yeah,
that's not important because I talk about some random stuff sometimes too.
Why not? But it's somebody I like it because you're weaving what you guys are doing are bringing in community, and different people that are connected right now or have each other's back, culturally, especially culturally and in the arts, because, mostly it's independent or there's some groups, but I think we need to create our own like level of our own definition of our own art,
Yeah.
and not
Oh, yeah.
from the art world or from the the way that's been done before or
Mhm.
it's going to be done in the future. We have to really kind of be more selfless and be more community minded.
Yeah, collaborate more. Like
Collaborate
be open
more,
to
yeah.
collaboration. Yeah, no, I think it's true because I would say I've lived here like in the Southeast LA area probably for like the last 20 years. So in that time, I've seen too how as we progress, from then till now, there's been more arts, there's been more music, there's a lot of local bands, a lot of local artists, and there's people from the neighborhood that you hear and you're like, oh damn, they're doing pretty good, and
Yeah,
because they're starting to pursue those expressions of art.
And you know what? I want to just make a really quick announcement. For the homies, they're gonna be celebrating their 1 year anniversary tomorrow. They were in my show last week, and they're from Boyle Heights. I just want to let everybody know to go see Roba Flor at the Offbeat tomorrow night. It's a free show, I think, and it's a bunch of other bands, Los Faunas.
Mhm.
And I talk about them. I've been kind of following them too.
Yeah. So you like on your show? Do you normally like you bring bands in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we do interviews.
Mhm.
We'll do like maybe a acoustic interview,
Yeah.
because it's a really
Oh,
small
cool.
space. But I'm thinking here you could do a really live show.
Yeah.
Or how do you guys handle the?
Yeah, I'm not sure how he.
That's a
handles
different
that.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now tell me, okay, what else? I mean, I could tell you anything.
Yeah.
I'll share anything with you guys.
So-
In fact, and we gotta reschedule. That was, it has to be reciprocal. We have to keep it going.
Oh yeah,
For the
right,
people,
right. Yeah, no,
Right.
yeah, I'm more than open.
Especially
to having it
live.
done. Yeah, those are always fun. You don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm thinking we gotta unite and do something over here that unexpected. Like
Mhm.
I saw a nice club on the way here, that's on Downey Road, and it's got loads of parking.
Mhm.
Something like San Antonio Rose or something. It's
Yeah.
a bar around here, so we.
Oh,
could,
make like a little
you know what I
event
mean?
and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When I came with the machine from Boyle Heights to here, it brought me through like an industrial side of
Uh-huh.
Vernon, and then it was like really trippy, dude.
Oh,
if
yeah,
I knew
no.
that territory, it would have been a different route. You know what I mean?
No, I know. You could get
Yeah.
like if you go through the back streets of like Maywood and what is it, Bell on this
Yeah.
side, you're like in a whole different place. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and but
Yeah.
it it changes as soon as you turn the
Mhm.
block or something. It becomes
Yeah.
more. But not to bring all those scandals up, but
Nah.
that's those are the things that get associated with.
Yeah, but you know what? For the summer, I'm feeling that energy, like really beautiful, inspired by what everybody's doing, and to unify. And earlier on in the year, somebody brought up like Hollenbeck Park. We should do like our own festival, in Hollenbeck Park.
I think it's
Get
in Southgate,
permission.
no, or something?
No, there's one in Boyle Heights.
Oh,
We should
okay,
do
okay.
different ones,
Mhm.
and also that the where the river goes. Be aware of
Oh,
what's going on
yeah.
with the new 6th Street Bridge.
There's yeah, towards that side, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think next month there's a festival
Mhm.
here in the river.
Yeah.
Where they right in the riverbed they'll have lunch trucks, loncheras,
Oh yeah, yeah.
art shows,
Because
and
I
live
know
music.
the way that if you follow the river, the graphically in LA, it goes through Maywood, through here, through
Mhm.
Bell too, I think.
Yeah.
right? This
Yeah, it
whole
goes through here.
area. It goes actually. It travels all the way to Long Beach, of course, but it definitely covers Sela.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, I think they started that festival like a year or 2 years ago, and I went to the first time that they did it, and I think it was really cool because it's an event that hasn't been seen in our neighborhoods.
Right.
And I think it
right.
was perfect. Again, because I'm into like trying to do more communities, not all the time, but
Not at the time. yeah.
try to get involved at least to know what's going on, or to try to bring
Mhm.
a group of people in this area that we don't know what those things are, and kind of build
Yeah,
on it.
I say we do like a combination, like you're doing right now, and then we'll reschedule you to our show, and then just maybe get something going as far as like live,
Yeah.
a whole weekend, or let's find out how do people get permissions to take over parks or blocks. There's
yeah,
a
I
lot
really
of
don't
weird but we need more spontaneous and
Yeah.
legal events too. But
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it'll be cool. It could be cool to set something up. with the locals and stuff. People want to do it. People you want to do it. You just need a place to do it. So real quick about your show, how did that get started? What was the idea behind it?
Okay, so the idea behind it, I met this collaborator named Claire, who I'm just working on a new project actually after so many years. So anyways, we became part of cureradio.org in 1999 and 2000. Then it was on a real FM pirate. But it was organized by the indie media and literally cureradio.org, like Cure Corporate Radio, shit like that. Yeah. But then, after many years, maybe like 6-7 years, and we had a great run, I want to give thanks to those times. But after that, I went through a period of, I don't really want to do radio anymore, I wanted to do some theater and some other things and experiment and travel and shit like that. And then I ended up going to the Burning Man.
Oh,
that festival?
Yeah. That was the one in
96.
the desert, no?
Yeah, in the desert. So I kind of like cleaned out after the Burning Man, and got like a regular job at a dope bookstore, art bookstore in Beverly Hills, and they were Italian in art bookstores. And that was like they didn't pay the most, but it was the funnest job I've ever held, like, in longest.
And what year did you say that was?
That was in 96.
Oh, okay.
After we came back from Burning Man. And then until they closed in 2002, I was going to move to New York, and then the 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
So,
oh, shit. Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
but you know what? The way things are happening so fast, I mean, but to see you guys here that have it together so well, I mean, tell me something, like, what do we need to continue this, independent media, true new media?
I think it's just, first of all, just doing it. But also, I think at some point you have like some sort of responsibility not to give out bullshit, not to feed people bullshit.
Right.
So I think that's a big thing too. I think if you're going in there with trying to just like bring some sort of conversation to your community.
To the table, yeah.
Yeah, to the table.
That's sincere and from the heart. And, and not more bullshit, because everybody, we're all tired.
Yeah, everybody's tired at this point.
At this point of every kind of bullshit, even our own, ego tripping or not respecting women or LGBT, everyone.
Yeah.
Ethnicities too, like there's a lot of anger too in America. I know. Overheard you guys talk a little bit about that. Do you think it's like the last remnants, hopefully, of the?
I like to think so. I mean, you see videos of young people on whatever social media saying some racist shit, and it's like, damn, like you wouldn't imagine somebody saying that, but it exists,
Oh yeah.
But I think that also is something that's just taught at that point, and unless you start, people need to have like some sort of awakening, I would say.
Yeah.
That kind of sets them apart from everything
and you know
else.
what? It could happen. I'm looking at the poster over there in the middle here in the studio, and it could happen. I mean, there's like what's happening to the real effed up injustice. It's like as serious as violating human rights.
Yeah, no, I think that you just mentioned that up about violating rights. Oh fuck, sorry, were you? Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick here. There was this recent video, because all the stuff that immigration's going on right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was just that, like last week, where Trump announced that he was going to start deportations.
Oh, right.
Across like the
It's
country.
been like a whole drama, because now they said that he's going to stop.
That
and
he
then
stopped, right.
But you know what? Finish with your point right now, but I want to not forget to talk about how it's affecting the Latinx.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But finish your point, though.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point was that, he changed his mind, saying now that they're going to postpone it for 2 weeks until, the Republicans and Democrats are able to work something out.
Right.
And then he's going to resume it.
But you know what? There's like, I've seen some heavy fucking posts from both a hashtag Chinga la Migra, as well as abolish ICE, hashtag abolish ICE, but also fuck ICE.
Yeah. No, they have
It's hardcore.
It is. I mean, it's funny because ICE is not even hasn't even been that long. I think it just got into the 2000s.
Yeah.
Is when it got.
That's why we have to abolish it. It's not working, man. It's something like fascism, you know.
Oh, for sure. You know, and at this point, you know, they have the people. What do they call them? The detention centers, or as other people are calling them, concentration camps.
Yeah.
Of just people being withheld with no standards, and that brings me to the point where I think just last week the lawyer. Oh, what the fuck? That's not the one. The lawyer of the Department of Homeland Security, they were basically telling her like, so you know the kids are not getting toothpaste, toothbrushes, you know, anything just to keep their sanitary.
And then I saw a picture that looked really freaky because it had the kids with like what appeared to be almost like a foil paper or something for blankets.
Yeah, the aluminum.
Like,
yeah.
why that? Is that like a experiment?
I mean, it's supposed to be, because I know when you go camping, they have those aluminum ones too. They're supposed to keep your body heat in.
Oh, right.
But I mean,
but it's
come
not
on,
that good.
No, that's not even close to being anything that's acceptable of how you should be treating a person.
Exactly.
You know? So I mean, I can't find the video right now, but.
What's the gist of it?
The gist of it was that they were just asking her, like, do you not think that these kids deserve, or these people deserve, to have these sanitary things, or while they're being safe in the government's custody? And she just goes around like kind of like looping around the question, saying like, oh, that's not something that they necessarily is stated by the law or something.
Oh, right.
And it's like, so you're agreeing with it, and she's just like, well, not really. And then this fucking. I'm sorry to say it, but this bitch, a few weeks later, they were having a meeting to obviously solve more stuff of the immigration crisis, and she said that she couldn't make it because she didn't have a dog sitter for the weekend.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's getting to that point. It's disrespect, bro.
Yeah.
Big time.
That just pissed me off. And, I think at this point there's been like 6 kids have died.
Yeah. Also, they're pressuring Mexico, and they're threatening Mexico, with, I don't know exactly the whole story, but, and then they sort of convinced Mexico to send troops to the Guatemala border. What's up with that?
Oh yeah,
that's violating human rights too.
It's in all sides, Yeah. I think again, like.
You know what I mean? Because we have not only that, but we have lineage that goes back more than 3,000 years. The Olmecs, the Mayans, the Toltecs, the Aztecs, even the Chumash, or all the American Indians from the top to the bottom. Before the founding of this nation or whatever. No,
I think it sucks in both ends because first of all, like, the U.S. it stands for air quotes. It stands for the equality and freedom, right? But then this stuff like this is happening, and worse stuff has happened before in the history of the U.S. And then they're trying to pressure Mexico,
right?
But then also I'm not trying to push the blame onto Mexico, but the fact that their conditions are this is a corrupt government everywhere you go.
Oh yeah, and then the new president, I hope he does well, but he's like doing some weird moves. Like, what was the whole thing about? He started selling the airplanes, from the previous Peña Nieto, administration, instead of like rethinking the whole. You don't have to sell the planes; use them differently, to benefit Mexico. So Mexico, they're still under the U.S. And then the Chicanos, the whole complexity of the Chicanos, we're still like Palestine, bro, without a land or but not anymore. We have, how's the education situation right now? How do you see it?
I mean, I see it a little better. I think one of my cousins graduated from Cal State Fullerton probably a week or two ago. And, the majority of the people there, they were Hispanic, some Hispanic or Latino descent, and it's pretty cool to see.
I heard that even in Compton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A homie of mine, OG Chicana, Linda, out there, she told me that she went to one of her granddaughter's events at Compton, and it was mostly black teachers and mostly Latino, Mexicanos and Centro Americano kids. In Compton.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it earlier in some other podcasts. We're all taking control of of how society sees us, of our future, instead of just letting it happen in front of
Right.
us and kind of
Right.
accepting what is being,
Mm-hmm.
put on you, those labels that are put on you.
Right.
So I think it's I think it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
We're finally like kind of like stepping up.
Yeah.
Not just us, blacks,
Everybody.
Asians, everybody
Asian.
from every color.
Yeah.
You
All the queer nation,
Yeah.
everybody, and it's international. And you know what? We gotta continue to connect people with this, because otherwise it gets really weird, man. Because this is affecting the political thing is affecting the Latinx, the youth.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. Yeah, I think we have both the negative and the positive influences. The positive ones, because we're having like the culture is just rising creatively. It's just starting to boom, and I
Yeah.
think the best form of expression is through the arts.
Oh,
Because that's
yeah.
how you capture somebody from something that they like watching, but it holds that message, compared to like like for example like Trump, or like in this case, like, he labels everybody as the bad hombres.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And the nasty woman or something.
Yeah,
He's He's effed up. I'm sorry. I really can't say I like this president at all. But you know what? There's some homies out there that turned me on to Chomsky, and then I was listening to something that he said. He said that Trump's a distraction.
yeah.
So there's other evils behind him. Look at Congress. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's even dirtier, right? It's because I mean, people would say like, oh, it's because the Republicans are in there and stuff. I mean, that's part true,
Yeah.
but there's also not a lot of people on the other side trying to make moves to make those changes happen.
Right. And a homie reminded me today of the importance of voting. I think it's better to vote than not to vote, because, okay, they're going to try to do, if you go Democrat, they're going to try to do the same thing again to Bernie.
With
And-
Joe Biden.
Yeah, with Joe Biden. And really what we need is like a real third party, bro. The
Like
youth.
a complete outsider.
Oh my, yeah, or an overwhelming, for the justice side,
Yeah, I mean, I really do hope things turn out a little different this time around. But I can see how like the establishment of what's already in government with like at least Democrats, like,
Yeah.
with Joe Biden, you can see how they're just kind of, he's related to Obama somehow. People want Obama, still in office or something. So because he's related to that, they want him.
Right.
They want him back in a way.
Yeah.
They want to push for him because they think that he's gonna win. But oh fuck, I think we're gonna lose if he goes for it. If he goes for it, yeah.
So you
Yeah,
think
I don't know,
it could be Bernie again, or what's
I
up
don't
with
know.
that?
I think people say he's old. He's already like in his 80s or something.
But he should get like for a vice president, somebody run that's real fucking like forward thinking and enlightened,
Yeah, I think if he goes with any of the people that are running along him, like maybe Elizabeth Warren or Kamala Harris, Hillary,
Hillary.
lost automatic.
Hillary, I like that. Hillary, no, no, she's got her own. You know what we need though? We need music-wise. We just need to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Culture, music, painting, trips, time traveling, communications, and creating new horizons for listeners. Because I think this media, you're actually going multimedia, but I'm more a radio guy.
Yeah.
Like test 1, 2, like radio, like we could do all kinds of different radios. We could even have the history of radio.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for people to just if you want that content, you're gonna create it. There's already somebody else thinking of
Doing it,
doing it. Man, I think it's new. There's a new horizon for what media is gonna move forward to moving forward. Like definitely, especially now with all that fake news that's not real, and then people then did you become more like hesitant to kind of read something because they're like, what really is this, and maybe they don't believe it and stuff. So I think we're getting to the point where we want more information that's legit or more honest than just straight to the point.
Sincere, it has to be sincere from the heart. And you know what? You can't try to bullshit us no more. You can't. Or not unless we let them, continue oppressing the people. I don't think, I'm looking around and I'm seeing creativity all around, and I think we have the youth have the power, man.
Mhm.
I feel it.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what keeps me young. So, anyways, after the Kill Radio, I came back to Boyle Heights, because I missed my family,
Mhm.
my homies, and I was not born here. I was born in Mexico. Came here when I was 10, but I actually grew up here.
Oh, okay. So,
So I'm not like a native, but
Yeah.
I am. Since '68, I'm a native of Tijuana, L.A., and throughout, LA.
and so since then, with that being said, since then, how have you seen the culture of things
Change.
here in LA?
Well, in LA, it's very interesting because it changes very slow, or it used to change very slow in the barrios or ghettos, or I don't really like those terms. Barrios, yes. Ghettos, I don't know. It's a different thing. But you know what I mean? Like the most least expensive areas, But actually now it's everything. Everything's equal. It depends on what you do.
You mean in prices like rent or
Well,
or-
everybody has to pay gas. Everybody
Yeah.
has to pay technology or the basic survival, right? To
21st century survival?
Yeah. So fuck, dude, it's out of control too.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
music-wise, talk to me about music-wise. Who can you share? I want to share some of the bands from Boyle Heights. Let's do like an exchange of talent.
Yeah, I mean, the only ones I can really think of from the top of my head is there's this band called Mind Monogram.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah.
Mind Monogram?
Mind Monogram. I'm here to
Oh,
pull them
yeah.
up real quick here.
Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to ask you about some of the bands that I heard on your shows. Because you have your own soundtrack with that.
No, what?
You create soundtracks as well. Your own.
No.
No.
It's more like I just share some music.
From people?
Yeah, from people, bands that I just really like. Like.
Oh, I like it. Beautiful.
Put a little preview here real quick. But yeah, these guys put it out a little bit. I'm sure they'll appreciate us sharing their
Oh,
music.
I
here.
like the graphics. Nice.
Yeah, they're really mellow. They kind of remind me of like some, how do I say it? Some like dream indie or something. You
Dream
know?
pop. Oh, yeah. It goes with the lights in the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, these guys have some pretty fucking cool music.
Nice. And they're local?
Yeah, I'll probably for sure. Yeah, they're for sure like around this general area. Like
Dude,
LA for sure.
I definitely want them on my show.
Yeah.
I could tell right away. Oh, this is wonderful. How many in the band? It's a girl singer.
No, it's a dude. It's
Dude?
actually a dude, yeah.
Oh my god.
He's a
It doesn't
fucking
matter.
pretty
It doesn't
cool
matter.
dude.
It sounded beautiful. I loved it. And then I like those fonts from like,
Oh, these here?
yeah, like Art Deco or whatever is that. Love that.
See, now that's what that's what I really find cool.
Uh-huh.
Like at this point, like the local bands or at least local artists are finding ways of
Making their music, their dream come true.
yeah,
you're
you know,
right.
and even everything they do, like the way they present it, it looks cool and stuff. You know, like they're going that extra step to make and sell that, piece of their mind to you.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's one of the
very
bands,
tasteful,
for
very
sure.
beautiful. I see like 30s and influence and Bauhaus, and
Yeah, Bauhaus. Yeah,
Balloons,
what other
too.
band was there? I can't think of them exactly right now, but fuck. Well, I'm sure you heard the Altons.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Altons.
Well, yeah,
I haven't seen them though. I gotta
You haven't
see
seen them live?
No.
Oh,
No.
I've had the chance to see them a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always have. It's always a good time when you go check them out.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll look out for them because I think Gary has their
yeah,
his
that's right.
friends, and he's had them on the show and everything.
Yeah, I remember I had the chance to interview Gary maybe like 3-4 years ago too.
Yeah.
He was still doing the show. He's still doing it now. But yeah, I had the chance to talk to him. I've only met him like one more time since then.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, again, the Altons, those guys blew me away. Because I think when I first started listening to them was 2015 or 16 or something. So that means been 3-4 years.
Yeah,
And
they've
they
been
had-
doing well.
Yeah,
huh?
they had just started in Maywood, like Maywood gigs and stuff, and now they're going to places. They were recently on NPR
Oh wow.
or KCRW. Yeah, it's the same
KCRW?
thing. Yeah.
Were they on there's a thing called Little Desk?
Yeah, they were on that.
On
like,
that?
2 years ago. Yeah.
Dude, you guys, we should do something like similar. Not to steal their idea,
Yeah.
because I like your space because it has room to play live.
Yeah, like
You
yeah.
could even do like a TV show right here, dude.
TV reality TV.
Yeah, no, not reality.
Super audio network
No,
TV.
Some kind of, you could do like a live interview show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy has a whole fucking setup here.
This is so nice.
Yeah. But yeah, Alton's My Monogram. Those are one of them.
Okay.
There's many more. Yeah, I've had a bunch of other tracks on
Yeah.
here. But those are the ones that stand out.
Watch.
Like,
I wanna
personally.
turn you on to Ruby Clouds. I don't know if you heard of them. They're from
Ruby Cloud?
Yeah, Huntington Park. Originally from Tijuana. They're beautiful brother sister.
What is it called? Like that?
Ruby Clouds. Clouds. Should be on the Ruby.
This
Yeah,
one?
that one. Ruby Clouds. You could play one of their. See, they did one of.
This one?
No, the next one. They did that on my show.
Oh, nice. So let's check that out real quick.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, I like the way you do your show. You literally mix the media.
Yeah.
Live. I love it.
All right, so here's a little preview of their acoustic set,
Oh.
right, on your show?
Yeah. In Spanish. Check it out.
And this is all done in one take, right?
One take, yeah.
Oh, sick.
I didn't even know it was being filmed. It was the singer. But let's hear the song because it's so beautiful. So tender, so touching. That is like a little dance kind of way.
Yeah, right?
So, okay.
I mean, all you need is this like cool little setup
Yeah.
around you and just have the artists do their thing.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So you do this usually with different
With
musicians?
different local bands, and I
Oh,
want to know
okay.
more.
But you don't record them.
Yeah,
Or-
I do. Not all of them, but some of them on audio, and some of them. Oh, I did a really interesting interview. You should interview
Yeah.
him. It's a personality from. If you have SoundCloud, his name is Maurice de la Feliz. Is de Tijuana, and you could find him on my SoundCloud.
Okay.
I think, and he's really on the scene as far as like what's going on with the teens in Tijuana. You should interview
like the
them.
culture there?
Yeah, the culture. We should do like a culture thing exchange with him.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that'd
But
be
definitely listen to him, and he and I want to have you guys on. You know, maybe you could come and play your music or your bands or whatever. You
Yeah.
know?
No, that'd be perfect. No, I'm always open for collaborations. I
Yeah.
think it works both. You know, it's a mutual benefit. It's a mutual benefit, and you know,
Yeah.
everybody grows together.
Yeah.
And you find new stuff, and you come across new people.
Mhm.
Kind of like I did with you, with Anna, and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that's really, it's great, and I'm completely open
I
for
think you
it.
should check out a video by the Los Fauna. You know, they put it on their Instagram, but
Alright, let's check
I don't
out
know
real
if you
quick here.
Yeah.
because we're almost about that time. What is it called? Los Fauna?
Los Fauna, yeah, and they're a local Boyle Heights East LA band,
Wow, nice.
and they've been on my show.
Let's
They've been
see.
doing a lot. Check out one of their videos, maybe.
This was a live one. Let's see this one.
Yeah.
real quick.
Wow.
It's a pretty good recording for a live for a video on there.
And they're on Spotify now too.
Yeah.
They're, kind of psychedelic, neo psychedelic, but like, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Raw,
Yeah, that's where it's just coming out.
Yeah.
And you said they're from East LA?
East LA and Boyle Heights.
And you said Ruby Clouds was from HP?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, look them up. And also, who else? Maria, have you had her here?
I
I
don't
think
think
she's
so.
also from Sela. Maria's Blues, Maria's Blues. If you look them up, I want to recommend them. Maria's Blues.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
Let's see here. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll pull up a
Yeah.
link sooner or later. But with that being said, I think we're almost at that. We're about that time.
Alrighty, yeah.
Where can people find your radio? Where can they listen? Where can they follow you?
They could listen to it on their internet device, or whatever you have it, your
Yeah.
phone or your computer, or iPad, whatever, and you could listen to it only when I announce it on Instagram and other social media, Facebook. I usually do like
Okay. Like
And I'm on Facebook, and I have a page.
Mhm.
It's Contact with Humberto, so
Okay.
maybe you could look at that.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, it's a pleasure,
Yeah, this is
man.
your Facebook here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And see, that's a flyer. You
Yeah.
could click it on
This
the
one here?
background. Yeah, that's for tomorrow's show
Okay, cool.
at the Offbeat.
All right, yeah. If people don't have anything to do, check it out.
Tomorrow.
The Offbeat Bar. Oh, Los Fauna is gonna be
Yeah.
there. Oh, pretty cool. You
Rubber
guys just heard
floor.
them on here.
Yeah,
Cool. And then you say your Instagram is this one here, right? Humberto Presents.
yeah.
Perfect.
And presents because I want to do some live shows. You
Yeah.
know, want to get back to that. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
Thanks
no
so
worries.
much.
Thanks everybody for
All the
tuning
best
in.
for you guys.
Thanks, man, for coming out again.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Peace.